My name is Adrienne. I'm a registered dietitian. I have a master's of science in nutrition, and I'm also a certified diabetes educator. My focus is providing nutrition counseling for people who want to lose weight and also rewire their mindset around food.
What type of services do you provide for people who are looking?
Yeah, I provide a coaching program. So right now I'm offering a 3-month coaching program to help people get to their healthy eating, weight loss, and mindset goals. So for the initial consultation, it's done through video, by phone, or in person in Vancouver. I have an office on West Broadway, and we meet for about an hour and a half to have the initial consultation. And then we meet again to have a mindset consultation, and I have them do a mindset exercise as well to prepare them for that.
Okay.
And to answer some questions. And then we have weekly follow-up sessions in that 3-month period as well. So those are done through virtually. A lot of my clients also have chronic disease management, want chronic disease management. So diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol are common for a lot of the clients I see as well. So I do help them with that aspect.
When would someone actually benefit from finding a dietitian to help them with their goals?
The client has to be willing to want to make that change in their lifestyle and their diet, and they're motivated themselves to want to make a change, and they trust that dietitians are the nutrition expert in that area as well to provide them the type of care that they need and the recommendations that they need to make the change.
Can you tell us a success story or like a memorable client that you have that you help guide them through the change?
One that pops to mind is one that I'm working with currently. I've been working with her we're into 7 months right now. Mm-hmm. And when she first came to me, she wanted to change her whole diet. Her diet was quite unhealthy. She was eating out for most of her meals. And she also had the goal of losing weight as well. Seeing her transition in those 7 months, she feels in control of her diet. And she doesn't even eat out anymore. She prefers cooking all of her meals herself because of the way that it makes her feel. So it makes her feel like she has more energy. She feels more healthier. Also, her coworkers are also all noticing, like, not only like her weight decreased over that time period, but just the way that she conducts herself at work. She has more energy. She's more upbeat, and her skin is better, and just her aura is better. And the biggest thing about this is also the fact that now she feels like her diet is under control. She's working on other aspects of wellness in her lifestyle, in her life. So she's looking to improve. She has a vision of herself, what she wants to be in 5 years, 6 years down the road. And she also has a vision of how she wants to live her lifestyle. So she's looking into different types of yoga that she wants to do to be more connected with her body, and she's also looking into other areas of self-improvement as well, understanding that mind-body connection on different levels to. So that it's great to see that she's where she's going and where she has come as well in the short period of 6 to 7 months. Before meeting me, she had tried different things as well. She went to Dr. Bernstein, Weight Watchers. She worked with a personal trainer for over a year as well. Nothing stuck with her, but over the period of time that we worked together, she feels like this is something that will stick with her. This is a lifestyle change for her. It's more than just the diet. The diet was one aspect of her life that was wellness, and now she's incorporating other things into her life, which is amazing to see.
You know, a lot of people who want to lose weight, they tend to focus a lot on the number and like wanting to see them losing 10 pounds in 2 weeks, and like really just focusing on the scale. So what would be your recommendation for these people that are coming to you with like a number in their mind? Like, how do you coach them to get over that hurdle and not focus on it so much?
Yeah. So the number aspect, having a target number is what a lot of clients come in with, and they get very attached to that number initially. So we do talk it through, because when we work together over the time, even within the first 2 weeks, they do see other changes. Number is one thing because the weight comes off, but the other changes that are greater than that are actually like the qualitative changes, how they feel, the energy levels. Some of them, their bowel movements are more regular. The bloating goes down for a lot of my clients. Their complexion changes, how they feel when they eat foods that they used to eat versus the foods that we talked about for them to eat, that also changes their perception too, because when they go back to their old habits, because they do, if they want to go back to their they try going back to the old habits because they enjoy those foods, which is fine, and then they feel a certain way. They feel like that sense of bloating, grogginess, just feeling too greasy, too salty. So intangible changes, like the qualitative changes, is what drives them to go further.
Okay. Can you give us a brief snapshot of your career path? So kind of where did you start as a dietitian, and how did your interest evolve over time, and how did you get to where you're at right now?
My interest in dietetics evolved from when I was at UBC. I did a degree first in food science and nutrition. I worked in the food industry for a bit after I graduated as well. And I also did a co-op in that first degree, and it was great. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't quite where I saw myself going down the line. And that's when I decided to go back to school, and I did a integrated master's in dietitian program at McGill, and it was a 2-year program there. It was great. That's where I met Amy, and it was a fast 2 years and very intensive 2 years. And after the 2 years in Montreal, I came back to Vancouver. I did a variety of different roles. I worked in food service management. I worked as a casual dietitian at the hospital, and then I worked in community at HealthLink BC as a provincial food policy dietitian. And then now I'm working as a contact center dietitian at HealthLink BC as well. And that's in the span of the 6 years, since 6 or 7 years, that I've done different type of variety of roles. And I've also worked on started my business during that time period as well. And that's where I am right now.
What's your motivation of working with the weight loss clients?
Yeah, I was overweight for most of my childhood, and started at a young age from overeating or emotional eating at a young age, when I was bullied in first grade for my lunch, and it caused me to overeat. And I've been overweight from childhood to most of my life until my 20s. And in university, that's when it hit me. I gained a lot of weight in first year university, and I was already overweight, so I gained even more weight from first year university. So I gained 15 to 20 pounds in first year, freshman 15. And that was when kind of hit the breaking point there. And then I did my first diet ever. So that's when I got off the bus at school on the way home from UBC, went to Chapters, bought my first diet book, which was the Atkins book.
Yeah.
And it was life-changing, and maybe not in a good way, for the Atkins diet. I followed it very closely, and pretty like over the years I was on and off the Atkins diet. It was very effective for me in the beginning because I saw the weight loss, but I also wasn't eating anything because I was too scared to eat anything. So I just didn't eat much food at that time, and that led to a spiral of emergency incidences as well. So I fainted a few times, had to go to the ER. I lost my bladder functioning one time when I fainted, and I saw a neurologist as well. So there's a whole bunch of medical things that they thought I had epilepsy. I got get tested for that, but it was just really just poor diet. Poor diet led to me having, because I wasn't eating much food at that time because I was avoiding all carbs, and I didn't really like a lot of animal protein, so I just didn't really eat much during the whole time period. And so my iron was very low as well, and I kept fainting because of that. So from there, I was on and off diets, yo-yoing up and down on diets during that time period. And so there was times where I just stopped being on the diet, and I gained a lot of weight because I just went back to just ate whatever I wanted. And then I felt too overweight at that time. Then I went back on on the low carb diet. So it's just cycle up and down, but I knew what I wanted. I envisioned for myself as well, and for my lifestyle. And this wasn't what I wanted. I had a vision of how I wanted to live my life. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be and I wanted to be a dietitian at that time. And this was also during the time when I wanted to be a dietitian. So I was a closet dieter as a dietitian as well. I knew these things were not good for me, but I just did them anyways. And just because it worked for me in the past. And I feel like this resonates with a lot of my clients because of the yo-yo dieting as well that they've done in the past, which a lot of my clients have done. And they also, this is not what they envision for themselves, how they want to live their life, because they want to live a healthy lifestyle where they see their being very active and being very being fit as well. And where they are right now isn't where they want to be. And that's where I resonate with a lot of my clients. And that's how I work with them in changing their mindset around food and yo-yo dieting, which I had to do for myself to get to where I am now.
How does someone get in touch with you if they're interested in working with you?
Yeah, they can get in touch with me through my website. So at Adrienne, ADriennerd.com. And you can contact me through there. And there's a contact form there, so you can contact me through there. And there's also a questionnaire on my weight loss coaching program page that you can complete, and then we can get in touch and chat more about the program and see if it's a great fit for you.